I have a small issue that arose on my 380 SEC the other day for the first time ever. The sunroof would go back just fine, and then coming forward, it would make this popping, cracking sound. Watched a very extensive video series on the matter and taking everything apart, and I decided to check it out myself. I tightened some of the screws on this motor like the guy suggested after he completely disassembled everything. And that did not fix it. So now I'm just taking it apart in the car. I don't care to actually pop this panel off first and then take the cable out and all that jazz just yet. I'm going to see if I can see and diagnose what exactly is going on, because the one guy in the video had a problem with, if it'll focus here on what I'm doing. Okay, the cable goes underneath this wheel, and this little guy, that little metal piece is in place, which is great because that's what keeps some pressure on the cable, and then it comes out down this little enclosed tube, and of course then up there. Anyway, so all that's in place. The gears look okay. I need to take the main nut off the back side and then pop this off, but I think I might try and take a little video just like it is now, and just hit the sunroof button a time or two while filming back here and see what it does. All right, so look at this. The gear itself is in fact stripped. The plastic is just old, and that is worn out. It has worn a groove in this thing. So it was not making contact with the worm gear in there. So I'm actually happy about that. It's just this gear, it appears. So good news. I think you can still get this, or at least I know I can find it somewhere. So awesome. So that gear just needs to be replaced. Well, I finally got this gear in to replace the old one here, which is notched to heck, in the sunroof motor here. I already test fitted the gear, that's why it's a little dirty, and it fit right in, looks nicely. I will post a link in the description because that's awesome. That was pretty cheap. It was on eBay. It seems to be a well-made gear as far as I can tell. I guess time will tell. So I'm cleaning up these parts just a little bit. Let's reassemble it, put it back in the motor, and let's get it hooked up and try it out. Here is the gear assembly back in the motor, and it does fit nicely. Quick tip, you do want to make sure you put these tubes in the little section right there. Make sure they're seated. Make sure that this little metal piece right there, that's a guide for the actual cable, is in there as well. So do that, then put this assembly in, and then secure the nut on the back. Now we're going to put the back plate on and go from there. Now the moment of truth. It's back in, everything's plugged up, well, except for the power. That would help. Let's plug that back in here. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Let's take the key here and see if it works. It's currently open. I'm not going to turn on the car. All right, baby, come on. Okay, that sounds like the clutch. Let me see if I can adjust that. I adjusted the clutch a little bit back there. It was not tight at all, so let's see if this helps. Yeah, that definitely works. The battery's just really low. That's a great sign. Got the old girl running here. She's been idling for just a couple minutes now. Inside here, nice and quiet. Just fix the sunroof. Really happy with that. That one little gear I needed to replace, fixed it right up. Oh man, I love this car. I wish it was warmer right now here in Virginia. I'd be going for a cruise. Love this car.